how's it going? OzComic45 here, bringing you my first video I ever made. I believe I'm going to be, because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. First videos are always hard to come up with, so I decided I want to kind of do a Blender tutorial for you, because I've been animating lately, and I think I'm going to follow up with the current beta version of the 2.5. So this is it. Probably not it. And we're not working. Ah, here it is. Okay. Blender 2.5. And I was in my computer animation class in high school, and I was noticing that when you actually work with Blender, you work with objects like this and basic movements. So let's say I'm right here. I'm going to put a location keyframe here, go to 250. Just kind of scroll that all the way up here, make another location keyframe. And that's what you're going to get. Movement, rotation, scaling, so that you move it on a set position, set location, so that you have complete and total control for it. Well, I don't like doing that because, one, it seems a little tacky, and two, it doesn't seem tacky. It seems cool, but it just doesn't really work for me in a sense. So I'm just going to be making, as of now, a basic cloth simulation. So we're going to start out with the UV sphere. My computer's old, and the audio is probably sucking terribly right now, and I apologize for that. So if that's a problem, let me know, and I'll try to buy a microphone as soon as possible to fix that. And we're going to set the segments to 8 and the rings to 8, so that when we render this, it's not going to take forever and a half to do. Let's set the here. Let's set the actual camera. Okay. Just move this camera back a little bit so we get like whoops. It's been a while since I've used Blender, so my hotkey usage is not to par. Okay, here we go. So when we render this out, you can see sphere from far away. It's perfect. Alright. Now let's worry about the sphere real quick. The sphere, a little blocky, a little edgy. As you can tell when you look at it, it's obviously got that really squared look to it, and mind you, this is for the really uneducated Blender users. If you've already done this, this is not the video for you. You might as well just go to a completely different video. So we're going to fix that by adding a modifier, which can be, we can do one of two things, or both. You can smooth it, which will kind of smooth it, but you can still kind of see how there's that line that kind of just, I don't know, it kind of gives it a prism look almost. So we're going to flatten that back out. And we don't want that, so we're going to add a modifier, and that's over here. If you're using 2.5, I'll put an actual video up for people using 2.4, 2.49, I believe. So this is our modifier button, and we're going to add a subsurf or subdivision surface modifier. Basically, if you look at it, it went from blocky to a little more blocks, so it adds more. How fast is that? Oh, that's pretty fast. Okay, we'll keep that. That adds more vertices to it without adding more vertices to it. It kind of contradicts itself, but it works out in the long run. And then we're going to hit our smooth. So if you notice, this looks really smooth now. There's virtually no, I don't even see any bricks in there, so that works out perfectly. Now we're going to fix this up a little bit so that we actually have some sun. Just going to look that up a little bit, rotate that out so it's hitting that properly, so we have good visuals on the actual sphere itself, because if we don't, it's just going to look a hot mess. We don't want that. And so we'll take this, I'm just going to slide it underneath so it illuminates the bottom of the sphere. This is more just for perfection's sake. That doesn't work. That's so nice. Okay, we'll work with this. I'll just delete that. Okay. So this is just for, because I'm a perfectionist, I like to do things my way. So now we're going to create a plane. Plane like that. It's perfect the way it is right there. 7. And I'm going to scale it up just a little bit. Okay, that works too, but I don't really want that. So if you look at the top of it, and then if you look underneath it, it's going to take up most of the space for the sphere. Let's not actually do that. I've changed my mind. I want to do it like this, so we can still see the sphere underneath it. Now, we're going to go here, and we're just going to subdivide that once, because I want to show you guys something. And if I don't show you guys something, you'll never learn. And if you never learn, I will have failed as a pretend teacher, and I do not have a license, and probably should not be listening to me at this point. But, by the way, so we're going to go into our physics department, and we're going to open up cloth. Make sure you have this selected. You don't want your sun selected, because I don't know if there's such a thing as a cloth sun. So set your presets to whatever you like. I like kind of like the silk look to it. We want a little bit more spring. Put that to 1.5. We'll open up collision, self-collision. That way, self-collision helps, because if you want to actually drop something, if it doesn't have self-collision on it, it won't properly fall. It'll, like, I don't even know the word, mesh into itself. So it looks all cattywampus, and we don't want that. So we've got that set up. Then we're going to select the sphere, which is going to be our collision object. You can leave all this the way it is. There's nothing on there. And if all is well, boom, and fall. Now, I'm going to stop it. I'm not. I'm just going to keep going. I'll bring you back right about here. Now, if you look here, look at our little, this plane, you'll notice how it's split off into 4 sections. It's because we just subserved it. I mean, yeah, we subdivided it. I'm sorry. We subdivided it. So, let's fix that. Let's go back here. We're going to go here, and I guess we'll just do it the hard way. Whoops. See, I'm still getting used to this. So, select all, and then this is where it kind of gets hardcore. Control R creates loop cuts, which basically means it cuts in these specific areas. Now, I did it the wrong way because I actually split it up into 4 parts. I don't know how it's going to look when we're dropping it, but I don't think it should be that much of a difference. So let's look at it. And see, if you look at it, see it just kind of wraps around and then it falls. And it genuinely looks like cloth. We're going to stop that there, and we'll just finish it up by smoothing it out. This should work and look nice, hopefully. And there we have it. Real simple. I'm sorry, my computer is slow, and that's why it's slowing down, but then it'll become faster. Let's look at it from this point of view. And there we go, a proper... Oh, it's faster because I'm farther away from that, that's why. A proper simulation using cloth. I could render it out, but that would take too much time and energy and computer space, and we don't want a 6-hour video on creating a basically 2-minute simulation and letting it render for 6 hours. So I'm just offering you the bare bones here, and when we can actually do it, let's just do this real quick. It's just a little bit of a bragging right, I guess. Ooh, well, let's just add something to it real quick. Let's just add color to it. Make it red. Let's make it salmon. Salmon's a nice color. Thumbs up for salmon. Let me render that image, and there we have it. We have a very simple way of simulating cloth. I'm going to try to do liquid for you guys, because liquid's a little bit more touchy subject when it comes to limits and boundaries. So there you have it. Simulating a cloth. So do with it what you will. Expand upon it. Make a t-shirt, make a dress, make a scarf. Make someone driving down the road and the scarf is blowing in the wind, and I can actually show you the wind part at a later time. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm OzComet45. Thanks for watching.